everyone, and welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly horoscope. My name is Terence Scardino. Well, the week begins on Monday, December the 25th, Christmas Day, a day of traditions around the world. And Venus, pleasure-seeking, contented, diplomatic Venus is moving into Capricorn for the next several weeks. Capricorn is the sign of tradition, conventionality, and so having Venus moving into Capricorn is ideal for on Christmas Day. However, Saturn, remember, on the 20th entered into Capricorn for the first time in 30 years. And for that first week from the 20th, Saturn is only at 0 degrees of Capricorn. By the beginning of January, it'll move to 1 degree and later than 2 degrees. So when Venus moves into 0 degrees of Capricorn on Monday, it's going to be aligning with Saturn. And Saturn is the hallmark of conventionality, of tradition. Now, Venus-Saturn on May, if there's any issues with personal relationships, it is that Venus-Saturn can certainly test relationships. If you're away from loved ones because of long distance, that Venus-Saturn may also indicate that you're feeling this aloneness, this separation. It is very favorable for working, that's the Saturn, on your relationships. But overall, on Christmas Day, with Venus in Capricorn aligning with Saturn in Capricorn, a lot of people are going to be following their traditions, or even perhaps with a new family, starting new traditions. By Wednesday, Thursday, energetic Mars is going to be very favorable with inspiring Neptune. Now, this can be a day of charity, of giving, because Neptune can be selfless and self-sacrificing. It's in harmony with action-oriented Mars. But Mars also rules physical activity. And when it's excellent with Neptune, from one end of the spectrum, you could be swimming. On the other end of the spectrum, you could be dancing, and in between it would be very favorable for stretching and yoga exercises. But there's certainly this willingness to take action, Mars, to be of service, to help those who are less fortunate. And as this week is unfolding, we get to Sunday, New Year's Eve, and the moon is going to be in Gemini. So that's pretty good, because Gemini is adaptable and playful, wants to go to, communicate with as many people as possible. It's a very talkative, witty, playful kind of energy. And you might be more inclined to go to different parties or have parties at your house and collect all your friends. But the thing is, as we go into the first on that Monday, it's going to be the full moon. So on New Year's Eve, and depending where you are in the world, that moon is starting to really bring a lot of emotions to a head. Fortunately, Gemini, moon in Gemini is more rational, intellectual, more adaptable. So hopefully with that full moon, that people won't be coming overwhelmed with their emotions, that Gemini can keep it lighter, keep it more detached. And Venus is still aligning with Saturn. Well, there could be some hurt feelings that come to a head with the full moon, but it's also going to help a lot of you be more traditional and conventional, and be more pragmatic about relationship dynamics. That Venus with Saturn this week, this whole week, is also very favorable for starting a creative business or starting to just manifest your creative intentions and goals. So you don't have to necessarily be selling your artwork, but this would be where you could be setting it up. But this could be a favorable week to start the process, to start the writing, the painting, the sculpturing, the singing, and get it more into a real rhythm. Before I sign off, I want to remind you I'm available for the one-question offer for a nominal fee at Astrology Answers website. The easiest way to find where to place the order is there's a direct link in the description box underneath the video. And always the time of birth is so important. And if you could put the time of birth along with your birth information, the place, the city, the state, the country, because some of you have been leaving that out, also when you post the question to me, that'll make sure I get everything correct. I want to thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next week with my next segment. Until then, happy holidays.